Today I'm showing y'all how I come up with my garden plan. I use the square foot method. I draw my out completely, including the squares. But if you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and use some graph paper. It's less work. You just have to squeeze in the names and the little squares, but you can also abbreviate. Personally, I'm not going to do that because when I did try to do that, I forgot what my abbreviations were and I had threw away my seed packets. So definitely not for me. Anyways, I use a good old school ruler. Every half inch is a foot, perfect amount of space for everything I like to make notes of. My grow bags are 25 or 30 gallons, so I'm just guessing here, and I have them measuring at 2 by 2 feet for each grow bag. You honestly don't have to make yourself like a measurement legend or anything like that. I'm just extra, and I like to have everything like a bird's eye view, but you can just draw it however you want it. But I'm just showing you all how I do it. So my paths are 4 feet wide, but I am gonna make this a little smaller because I want to make some space for the area that I have outside of the enclosed garden, which is like my corn and stuff. So here's an example of how I measure. My beds are an L shape. The longest side is against the house and against the shed. Those are 8 feet long, so it would be 4 inches long on my graph. Along the way, I kind of make my points for every half inch because I'm gonna have to connect the dots later. The front walls are 6 feet, so that's 3 inches, and both of the L-shaped beds are the same measurements. So I'm gonna make all my little points. This is so extra, huh? Okay, so those are my front side walls. After drawing the beds, I'm gonna go back and connect the dots so I can make my little squares. We're about to get to the planning part, I swear to God. But if you already have your graph paper and stuff, you can skip all of this. Maybe I should have said that earlier, huh? Right, we got that done. So what the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and write in the plants that I have now and are gonna stay for the fall season. Okay, in order to even start a plan, you need to Google a couple of things. So pull out a pen and a notebook or notes on your phone, whatever. Enter this to your search bar. My area's first frost, my area's planting zone. Other things that I like to make a note of is when did the temperature drop to the 50s the year prior. I do that personally so I know when to expect for my warm weather crops to start dying off. Once you have those dates noted, go to Google and enter how many days until whatever dates you have. All right, now let's give ourselves a pat on the back because now we know how many days we have left in our growing season. Therefore, you can gather your seed packets and put aside the packets that will reach maturity or ready to harvest in less than the amount of days till the end of your season. I use this book I got at Winkle, and before I got this book, I already had a bit of knowledge, so it's safe to say it's safe to go by this. If you want, y'all can take a screenshot. Now that you know what can and can't be planted together, you can plan your chart. While planting, you want to keep in mind of the cooler weather crops and put those in a shadier area, like against the house or in front of a big plant that'll give it some shade for the season. It will bolt or it just won't germinate. So next time, I'm going to go over the fall seeds. Bye.